Hello everybody, my name is Ash. Welcome back to the solo Minecraft series where I am attempting to do absolutely everything in Minecraft. It is such a special episode because today is the day I'm defeating the Ender Dragon for the first time in my life. Yes, I am an adult and this is the highlight of my month. While I was preparing to go out to find the stronghold, this fella appeared and gave me exactly what I've been looking for and went on a whole adventure for in the last episode, cactus. I was so excited, and if you don't know why, I've been on this world for a little over 7 months now, and I've spent so much time in this game and haven't managed to get cactus anywhere. As far as I know, that's the only way you can get green dye. Moving on to focus on our goal. Unfortunately, since this world has been through a couple updates, when I followed the Ender Eyes, the stronghold was not actually there. This was so frustrating. I actually spent like 2 hours digging out this little area, and even more than what you see here. There was so much. I thought I was just missing it, so I just kept digging and kept breaking Ender Eyes, and I was just so ready for this milestone, and I felt like I was going crazy when I was on this wild goose chase. I was very, very upset because I used so many Ender Eyes for basically nothing. I did end up just making a copy of the world and doing the /locate and locating it that way because I never would have found it otherwise, and it was such a relief to see the stone bricks and to get that advancement into the chat. I was starting to feel like I would never be able to get to that point, but I explored around a little more, and the nerves of that kind of went away, and I had fun exploring the stronghold, finding the library room, and getting more armor trims, but I didn't quite have enough Ender Eyes to complete the portal because I broke so many trying to follow them. Near where I dug down, there's a little village and a snowy peak where there are some goats, and I don't know why, I kept falling into powdered snow, and that already gives you a little fright. And for some reason when I was editing this, I found this clip so funny because I was just struggling so hard to break the powdered snow, and I think I'm okay, and then I jump directly into more. It just was like quicksand. I couldn't figure out how to get the goats to ram into me so that I could get the horns, but it's okay because I had some from a pillager tower, and then I got the whatever floats your goat advancement. So this is such a productive episode. I went home to gather more materials and the stuff for Ender Eyes, but a creeper blew up my chicken farm. But it is a-okay because it was not very efficient and I got to improve it, but I was still really annoyed that I had one more thing to do before defeating this dragon. So then I was able to move some of my villagers to a new build project, which is actually a huge castle, and I'm so excited to do this. And I turned them into zombie villagers and cured them so I could get, this one I believe is a mending book, and I could just get that easier, and finally got that advancement as well. And we finally got to use our potion hut for its intended purposes. So that's exciting, and now we're more prepared for curing more villagers in the future. You can see I bring the villager up on this very rickety railway to his new forever home away from the village that I had originally created for them. Finally, it is time to do what we have all been waiting for. I did regret heading out there at night because there were 2 back-to-back close calls with creepers, but we made it to our temporary base with our lovely pack mule. I didn't really know what to expect or how to prepare because I've never done this myself. I've only watched other people do it and they make it look so easy. So I'm kind of going in there a little bit blind, so I was really nervous. This was it, the moment of truth. Now, I know everyone has seen the Ender Dragon fight a million times, so I don't include the entire thing, which is what I originally planned on doing. Instead, I just did some of the highlights for my highs and lows of this. I get the first crystal and I am feeling good. It is a great way to start the fight. And then I get the second crystal, and at that point I am so glad that I brought the bow, which honestly that's interesting because I never use bows. I usually can't hit much of anything with a bow. If you know from I've been struggling to get the bullseye achievement with a bow. Then I get the third one, and at this point I am more excited than nervous. With this play, with the water, I was feeling so cool. I put the water down as if I know what I'm doing and pillar up to the crystal, and then I get shot by some dragon's breath and then fall into the water, but my ego was very quickly humbled. I was still feeling pretty good, but it took a little bit to get my stuff back. But then we were right back on track. Well, kind of. I did almost fall and then climb up the wrong pillar. But I correct my mistake and get right back into that flow state, and I am feeling good. Well, I guess I thought it was flow state. It felt good. But, honestly, editing all of this, it was like hours of this, it was pretty embarrassing and painful to just watch me die over and over and over and over. Honestly, the dragon was just absolutely flinging me around the entire time while I was trying to get these crystals, and I was just struggling. The audio recording of this was just me holding my breath and then sighing because I was so stressed. Eventually, I do get all the crystals and get to finally start killing the dragon. And my bow was absolutely carrying me until I ran out of arrows. And then I was kind of just a sitting duck and waiting for the dragon to perch. I thought that getting the crystals would be the hard part, but clearly I was wrong. Especially when I'm on the ground, it made me susceptible to Enderman. What does that word mean? Did I use that correctly? Susceptible. Is that how you say it? Susceptible? Likely to be influenced, harmed, or affected by something. Oh, okay. I think I used that correctly. This is just painful to watch. Oh, wow. This is just painful. The original plan was to show the whole fight, or most of it, with my live commentary, because I haven't done live audio in a while, but it was like an hour and a half long of me just dying over and over. Plus, my roommate came home halfway through and was arguing with another one of my roommates, and then I had mic issues because I recorded it with my other mic, and my other mic is just, it's terrible quality. It just was not working. So I just recorded it without audio. Plus, most of it was me just sighing half the time because I didn't have anything interesting to say, and I was holding my breath, so I sounded insane. I'm either really bad or just have really bad luck. Probably both. Right here, I remember that I'm out of arrows, and I'm like frantically searching the ground for arrows because look at that health bar. He is basically dead. It's like one hit or something. So I'm just searching and searching for arrows to get this over with. And then finally, she perches. And I get that sweet, sweet achievement, and I could finally breathe for a moment. I kind of just bask for a moment at this wonderful sight. And then I grab all the XP, although you'll see why in a bit, but it doesn't matter that I get the XP. Then I get the egg, and that's a whole other achievement. And I just feel so accomplished before going into the outer end and pillaring around and exploring to find an elytra. It wasn't terribly long before I found my first elytra, but then I couldn't find any more end cities after that. I was searching for such a long time, and then I eventually just put all my important stuff into an ender chest, and I couldn't find my way home, so I took the shortcut. I was back in the overworld, and of course it was night, so I got to sleep. I was back in the overworld, but it wasn't quite home sweet home yet. I still had to get all the way over there, but when I did, I grabbed the ender chest. Well, I grabbed the elytra from the ender chest and just flew around. I don't know if anyone remembers, but I have all these banners that I'm putting on different paths and things, and it's really cool. Here, you can see the part of the secret project that I was working on. I put mending on my elytra, and I just fly everywhere. Even though I don't have many rockets, I just fly and fly. Ignore that. I was trying to be cool and failed miserably. I did realize that in F5, you can see the top of my head, which looks really bad. It's so weird and cool to see the world from this perspective and just be in the clouds. Oh, it's amazing. Thank you so much for watching. This took, honestly, a lot of preparation, a lot of editing, a lot of recording, all that stuff. And I'm so glad that this is finally... I'm so glad that we did this, but now it is finally over, and we can start a whole new thing with a lot of new possibilities. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching.